Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday to show you a fun new project. And I've been sitting here or standing here waiting for the clock to hit 7, and I just realized I forgot my iPad on the table. So hopefully my phone is going to work on watching comments. So, what do? Technology. You either love it or hate it, and I hate it half the time. So I just want to make sure my volume's down and make sure we are live. I did hear it go off, so I think it is showing. Yep, there it is. So good evening. Hello, Stephanie. If you're just logging on, say hi. Hello, Valerie. So did you know that today is National Carrot Cake Day? I had to think about it because I didn't want to mess it up. So today is National Carrot Cake Day. So happy Carrot Cake Day. I did not know that until Bo sent me a text this morning. He's like, did you know? And I was like, no, I didn't. So if you are a carrot cake fan, happy day for you. I do like carrot cake, but without raisins. I am not a raisin fan. Bo's grandma used to make this raisin and carrot dish, and I would pick the raisins out and hurry up and scoop them on Bo's plate so he had to eat them without her seeing me. But then after years, she realized that I didn't like I didn't like raisins, so she didn't put them in mine. Anyway, I wasn't going anywhere with that story. I wasn't even going to say it, but I did. So hello, everybody. Hello, Marie, Susan, Darlene, Jane. Good evening, and happy National Carrot Cake Day. So I was thinking about doing something with carrots, but then I remembered on Tuesday's live, I said something about using the slimline card sets. So I went away from carrots and decided to do a slimline card, and it is so cute. I really have to stop playing with all of this amazing stuff because I can't stop. I think I've made 6 cards already using that set, and I'm so excited to show you guys. Hello, Vicki and Kelly. Good evening. Actually, I was texting Kelly a little bit ago, and actually this morning, and she's actually already seen the card we're going to be doing today. So let's flip you down and get started. Let me bring this in so I don't make you guys dizzy, and I'll flip you down. Okay, so before I show you the card, let me bring in the catalog. So on page 52 of your mini catalog, this is the stamp set, and I've actually used this quite a bit in my Facebook Lives. I really am enjoying this, and I've actually used some of the other sets as well. It does come with the stamp set and the dies, and I brought the dies over. I haven't put them on my magnet sheet yet, but I will eventually. So those are the dies. It is a little bit more than one would think, but I got this at half off because I did a show, and it was over $450. So this is something if you wanted to do a class or a private show, you could get this at half off, so it wouldn't be as tragic. And we actually have the envelopes as well. Let me bring those in. So the envelopes are colored. So they come in the white, smoky slate, and maybe mint macaroon. I'm actually not quite sure what that color is, but they do have envelopes that match. And, okay, and then I am bringing in the Let It Sail stamp set and matching punch to do this card. We're actually doing another masculine card, but I did a feminine one as well. So let me bring in the one we're going to be doing for tonight's live. So you are one of a kind. Happy birthday. And I don't have many, oh, there's a dimensional stuck in there. I don't have many masculine cards, so I thought this would be fun to do with you guys. But I used this die as well, and I wanted to show you what I made, and it is so stinking gorgeous. I might have to scoot you out so you can see the whole thing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. You can kind of see my mess, but that's okay. So I did this one. You are one of a kind, fabulous you. So the fabulous you is not a single stamp. It's this one right here. And I stamped it in Coastal Cabana, and then I just trimmed off that you are. So I just wanted the fabulous in there. And I will show you in a minute that when you cut your cardstock, you're going to have a piece left over that I actually made into a bookmark. So I added some of our amazing, beautiful ribbon to the top of it, and I made a bookmark out of this. So So I do have a friend who's struggling right now. I don't know all of the ins and the outs, and I don't need to, but I think she needs to know that she's fabulous. So, and I know she reads a lot. So I am going to send this card to her in the mail tomorrow. And the little matching bookmark. It is a bit big for a bookmark, but I thought it was super cute. Okay, so let's bring in all of the pieces we need. And we're probably only going to get to one of these cards because it is a little bit time consuming. So what I did is I already ran through this die. I ran it through 3 times. I did it in Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, and Bumblebee. So those are the 3 colors. And you save all of these pieces out of all 3. So I made this one already. So you're going to get 3 cards out of the 3 different colors. So I'm going to scoot this over just so I can keep them kind of separated, but bring in my card base. So your card base comes 8.5 by 11. So this is the 8.5 by 11. You're going to cut it at 7 inches. So now it's 7 inches by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 3.5 inches. So this is the piece that's left over, and it's the thick Whisper White, so it is a heavier duty cardstock. So I just went in and I put this little edge on, and I ran it through, and that's how I created the little tag to go with it. So I didn't have any waste of our thick basic whites. Okay, so there's that. So let's bring in everything we need. So we might actually, we'll probably not get both of them done, but I will at least kind of show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to bring in all of these fun pieces, and there are a lot, and we're just going to find the spot they go in. Nope, that one doesn't go in there. It is a little bit easier when you do this right off the bat instead of having lots of little tiny pieces. So you're literally just going to line them up. Oh, we want this color. That's probably the hardest part, is remembering to swap the colors. So once we get this in there, then we will start adhering it to our card base. I would suggest, I don't know, I should have tried using the adhesive sheets on the back of it. I definitely would use the adhesive sheet if you're going to be playing with this die. It would be a million times easier. But I think this one is big enough where it's not going to be as tragic with just gluing them down. So there's that piece. And then this one is going to be this piece. This one's going to go up here. Could you imagine all of these in our pinks as well? Oh, let's grab this guy. Perfect. And then that little piece is going to be him. And that little piece down there. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that I did not mess up on any of these colors. So the rest of these pieces will go in the other one. So let's bring in our card base. I'm just going to scoot this up a little bit. So again, this is 8.5 by 7, and I scored it right in half at 3. So we're just going to line up the edges. Give that a nice good crease. And then we're going to try to gently pick this up so the pieces fall through and they're kind of in the same spots. We probably should have glued this down first. Do as I say, not as I do. That's my motto. Okay, they're kind of in the same spots. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over and grab some green glue. And I'm just gently going, gently, literally, didn't I just say do as I do, do as I say, not as I do? Don't squeeze your glue that hard. Just going to gently put some adhesive. It doesn't have to be anything special or specific, just kind of randomly put some on. Once we glue the pieces down, it will hold it a lot better. Put some here on the edges. Put a little bit up there. There we go. So now we're going to flip this over. And using the green glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room. You're just going to wiggle that into place and then press it down. That looks pretty nifty. And then what I did is I went in and I just put some adhesive on here. The first one, I put the adhesive on the pieces and then flipped them over, and it was just too much. So I think this is the best way. Just put some adhesive on there, and then you can start applying your, I don't even know, they're not really triangles. There we go. And just imagine all of the beautiful colors that you could create with this card. And my phone is not showing me all of the comments, so I do apologize if you guys are commenting and I'm not seeing them. So I do see Bev logged on. Hello, Kathy, Paula. Hello, everybody, and Kathy. Oops. I didn't put adhesive on this guy. So we're going to add some more adhesive. And I'm not putting very much on here. Just enough to tack it down. And it's hard because the card wants to flip up as you're doing this as well. Look how easy this is to put together. I think the hardest part was figuring out your color scheme. And then our last itty bitty little piece. There we go. Look how easy peasy that was. And it's super cute. So the original one, I did the Misty Moonlight on the back and did the different colors, and I put the arrow going the other direction. So I don't think it matters. I think it can go any direction you want. Okay, so let's bring in a piece of scrap. I've already cut 2 of the sailboats. That's what I'm trying to say. I already cut 2 of the sailboats out. We need 3 of them. So I was trying to kind of be a little proactive. And we're actually using this same set in card cloths on Saturday. So I lined these guys up so when you put it into the punch, it'll punch them both at the same time. And I put a little arrow on here just so everybody in class knows to punch it or to stamp it this way. So when you line it up with your punch, it will punch perfectly. Well, it's supposed to punch perfectly. So when you line this up, there we go. Okay, and then this little boat actually was not tragic to just free stamp. You could definitely stamp it again on your piece of scrap and then punch it out. You just get a lot of debris. And I did actually put the same image on there so they knew how to stamp. But when I was playing with this card, it really wasn't hard to line up. Now that I say that, I'm not going to be able to get it. Let's see. That's not tragic, but I'm going to do it again. I did like 5 of them and it worked perfectly. Okay, we'll just punch it out. It's not the end of the world. I will probably have to cut a little bit of this off though, just so it fits in my punch. Throw that away. Slide this in. Oh, now I've got to cut this corner. There we go. Now we're getting it. Perfect. Okay, let's get all this shrapnel out of the way so I don't accidentally grab the wrong piece. So to attach the boat, I'm going to flip the boat upside down, and I'm going to grab some of our mini dimensionals, and hopefully I have some on my table. Well, I have black, so we might just be using black. You're not going to be able to see it, so I guess it really doesn't matter, but I was really hoping I had some mini ones sitting over here, and I don't, of course. So we're going to try these black ones. So I'm just going to put a mini dimensional on the bottom, one on each side, and then I'm going to come up here and put one right in the center, even though it hangs over. So even though you can see that it hangs over right there, you're not going to be able to see it. Natalie just tried to call me, and I don't think she realizes she's supposed to be watching my Facebook Live. These darn children. Okay, so I'm going to peel off the back, bring in our card base, and I'm going to set this one off to the left side, and I want to flip the sails over and put a dimensional on it. So for those that are watching that are coming to card class on Saturday, you'll know exactly how to put these fun boats together. So now when I go in to set this, I'm going to set the edge on that piece of dimensional that's hanging off, and it's going to attach it up there, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. Look how easy peasy that is. Whoops, I touched my light and it went off. And I already have the other ones done, so you can see that on my crafting table I do have the white dimensionals. That's what I used and already did these guys with. So there we go. I'm going to set this one in the center. And I don't think I mentioned I use Misty Moonlight for the boat itself, and then I used Bumblebee for the little sails for the boats. Here we go. Let's flip these over, put some dimensionals on the back, and then all we have left to do is our sentiments. And this super cute and fun and different card is done. So it looks a little bit more time consuming and harder than it really is. I promise I did a ton of these today. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then I have a piece of scratch paper, and I'm going to stamp "You Are One of a Kind." I'm going to stamp that in Bumblebee. And this is just a piece of scrap. It's maybe, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. It's nothing a specific measurement. So I'm going to stamp that. And then I'm going to bring in the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to stamp, flip it around, and I'm going to stamp the happy birthday on the edge of this. This one I'm going to try to get kind of even on the bottom so I can just cut that straight off. Let's bring in our little mini trimmer. I'm going to slide this in so I can just cut the happy birthday off. There we go. And this, I'm not really doing any fancy measurements. I'm just lining it up so I don't cut any of the words off. I'm going to do this. So that looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to come in and chop all of these letters up. And I'm not making them a specific size. I'm just chopping right in the center. Whatever size they come out is the size we're using. So flip these over. We're going to add dimensional to each one of them. This is probably the hardest part about doing your sentiment, is making sure you put the letters in the right spots. Otherwise, you've just misspelled a word. So peel off the backing, pick them all up with your fingers, and then we got to figure out where it goes. Let's see. You are one of a kind. Whew, that was hard. And then our happy birthday is going to come down here. There you go. That is how easy this card is to put together. A little time consuming, that's why we're only doing one, but I do have enough stuff to do another one. So here's the one we just did on the live. Here's the one that I did to prep for the live. So it's the same combination, just different colors and different spots. And then these two are the ones that I did with the other dies. And this one I used Bermuda Bay. Not Bermuda Bay. Coastal Cabana. So sorry, Coastal Cabana, Gorgeous Grape, and one of my favorite pinks, Melon Mambo. Whew. Those are the three colors I used on this. And then we didn't have all of those in the ribbons, so I used Polished Pink and then the Gorgeous Grape. So there you go. Hopefully you guys like the cards that we did tonight. I think they are super fun and fabulous. And I was looking to see if we had a bike die in the catalog. I didn't notice one, but I don't know maybe if there's one coming out. But how fun would that be using this set but putting bicycles across the top of it? Oh, possibilities are endless. And that's what I love about Stampin' Up! Is literally your imagination could be anything and your card is going to be fabulous. So hopefully you guys have liked tonight's live. I know it's not quite 30 minutes, but I didn't want to bombard you guys and go over the 30 minutes by doing another card. So anyway, I do have a couple spots left for Saturday's class, so if anybody wants to join, please shoot me a message and I will get you marked down. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Saturday. If not, on Tuesday. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.